Ooh, we're rolling. Hello and welcome to Happy to Crochet. I have a video for you guys today to show you what I completed. Ooh, I just saw part of it's over there. I thought I grabbed it all. Anyways, I'm going to show you what I completed last night. I'm so happy. And then I'm going to also show you guys something that I picked up at the thrift store today. So if you're interested, I'm Sarah Lee, and I am happy to be the hostess here at my own channel. This is episode number 3. And by the way, I do threes like this, but most people do threes like this, I think, right? I don't know why. Why do I do it like that? And the majority of the world does like that. How do you do it? Do you do it the normal way? Or do you do it like me? Like, oh, by the way, my fingers are a little crooked. Let me, and in today's video, I'll also tell you a little story. Not that you're expecting it. I got bit by a cat last September. It is now June, so it's been 9 months and it's still healing. And I didn't believe this. I didn't believe it. When I looked up cat scratch fever, because I do know that is such a thing, it's not just a song, that it could take 11 months for healing, complete healing. Yeah, I'm lucky I didn't get as much damage done to my hand as I did. It took me out for a while. I had a really hard time doing things. I still went to work. I just hid it, like hid it from people, and then sometimes had to ask people to help me out a little bit, like opening things and such. And then finally someone looked and like, oh my God, what happened to your hand? I just, cat bite, don't worry. Oh, it was bad. My hand swelled up like 3 times as big as what it is. So I'm like, look, I have an old lady hand, and this is the puffy old lady hand. Anyways, for a while, it was just like a little joke at work. Not funny to the people who have hands like that. I have hands like this. They look old lady. To complete that story, I was like, gosh, still in my 20s, and a younger 20-year-old looked at my hands, because my hands have always looked like this, and she said, at what age do your hands start looking like old? I still remember your name, Tennille. Oh, some people have hands like this all their life. Some people have extraordinarily beautiful hands. Some people, whatever. Hands are hands. All hands are wonderful and beautiful in my eyes because they help us. They're ours and are uniquely ours, like our fingerprints, right? Anyway, let's get on with what I wanted to show you guys. So a while back, oh, wait. I'm going to hit us in reverse really quick. Episodes. I'm going to start labeling these. I was going to say name and then label and label. I'm going to start labeling these with the episodes because I like when I'm following along with somebody, as I'm starting to see now, and I can look back and see what episode I'm on, and then I know where they are in their project journey. So I think that's important. So all of you who do that, I'm going to, say, hey, Alana, I see that you do that. And also Terry, come on, you guys, I need to know who else to follow. You guys got to tell me. Anyway, okay, so I will show you. And I did show you guys part of this in a previous video. All right, you guys ready? Here, I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to show you. I used this yarn, Baby Bee, Darling Dear. Mine, I paid $1.24 for this. I think I bought this in 2019, I think it was. So it's been a while. I've had this yarn. And I think about that and I think, oh my gosh, here we are now. Oh, wow. 9 years. No, not 9. 7 years. My math skills. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it the old-fashioned way. Let's do it the Judge Judy way. She counts on her fingers, and if you guys like Judge Judy, you've ever noticed she doesn't like math. She, does it in her hands or calculator, and then she makes sure that she's accurate, right? Okay, so 17. I think it was 7. No, it was 19. Pretty sure it was 19. So 19, 20, 21. Yeah, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 7 years ago. Okay, so I'm off. But 7 years ago, I bought this yarn from Hobby Lobby. when they were having their sale. Oh boy, have I got a story for that. Um, I, I don't do those sales anymore because I have 2 huge totes full and 2 closets full of yarn, which is wonderful. But that's not the yarn that I grab for when I'm doing a project. And so this year, I have been working on using what I have because I do have so much and it's just sitting there. So even though the prices are wonderful, oh, don't get me wrong, they're wonderful and they were great to build a collection of yarn. But then I basically paid I paid them to store the yarn because then I still go back to their store and I purchase and sometimes I don't even buy the stuff when it's on sale. I buy it when it's full price. So, yeah. So the sales are great. Don't get me wrong, and I'm not saying don't do it if that's what you want to do. But then I have a whole lot of yarn and no space, and I'm trying to go the opposite way. I want to use it in my yarn. So that's what I'm working on. Anyway, that's how I came up with what I was wanting to make. And I'm glad that I had it. So perfect. I had 4 of these and I only wanted to use 2, but then I'll tell you what happened. Okay, but we'll wait for that part of the story. Anyways, this was Baby Bee Darling Deer. In it was 295 yards. And let's see, the color is paper and string. I don't know if they still make this one or not. They might. I haven't been in Hobby Lobby for a while because I lived 3 hours. I moved 3 hours away from one. The closest one was 3 hours away. And even though sometimes I would get to do that, it's not something I get to do all the time. But we have one that's now an hour away. Yeehaw. I'm telling you. I've gone there. I've gone there twice now since they've opened. I don't know, once or twice. Whew. All right. So the ounces was 3.5 grams, 100 yard, 295 meters, 270. It's 97% acrylic and 3% polyamide, and it's a light 3. Anyway, so that is this, and there's some dark grays in there, and all the way to really light gray or white. So I grabbed out 2 of these, and because I was looking, I'm like, okay, I mean, seriously, this is what I was thinking. I need to start using this yarn before my husband kills me. No, he wouldn't. He was just shocked at how much yarn I bought to that one sale. Because I filled up 2 carts, and then I filled up more. He didn't know I was bringing it home and hiding from him, like wives do sometimes. Not that he would say anything, but I didn't want him to say anything. So yeah, I was hiding it. Anyway, okay, back on track. Let's get back on track. So I'm like looking at my yarn going, well, okay, either look for a pattern and figure out what I want to make, or look at my yarn and find a pattern to go with it. So found this, decided I needed to make a baby item. And so I figured it would take me about maybe 2 skeins of yarn. So I did make this baby sack, jacket, sweater, cardigan. You call it what you want. And this one, I'm trying to remember. I have it written down over there. I'm so bad about grabbing all my things to be ready. I'm sorry, guys. This one here was by Crochet Nuts, one of her patterns. She has several on there, and this is not the first time I've used her patterns, but easy to follow. I've made, I think, 3 maybe sweaters from her now. So there's that. Really cute, like little wave detail. Now I just let my yarn flow, and so it looked really good here, but I'm okay with it, and if you don't mind it either, then you're okay with it as well. It pretty much lined up everywhere else. I was hoping to just stick with the 2 yarns that I had picked out. Now, hindsight, I would have done it a little different, just fine. So there's the back, nice and soft and squishy. Oh, it's so soft. And then I put 2 little gray buttons on there. They're vintage. I like to go to antique shops and when I can find vintage. Now, I don't know how old. I'm not saying these are from the 1800s or anything like that, I would use them on there if it was something that looked good with it. But I like to use the vintage buttons when I can find them. They were on an old card, and if I'm looking at the card, I'm thinking maybe the 60s, 50s, somewhere in that era. Anyways, isn't that cute? So of course, then I had enough yarn, and I decided that it needed a bonnet. And I'm still debating whether or not I want to put kind of like a little ruffle around that, which I might. My cousins are texting me. I love my cousins. They're in their 70s and 60s, and we have fun talking about family history. Anyway, so little baby bonnet, and then this one. Oh, okay. So let me grab my notes because I do want to tell you where I got that pattern. Oh, excuse my body complaining about moving and grooving. So we well, actually I didn't really help yesterday, but we were picking up the bales of hay, and I picked up a few bales of hay, and so I'm a little stiff today, but not bad. Okay, so the bonnet was a pattern that I found at Crochet by Nora. I just let the yarn flow, and it just made this. I just think it looks really nice. But this is one of her patterns. Super easy to follow her instructions. She's here on YouTube as well as Crochet Nuts. Crochet Nuts. I can't remember. It was. Nope. Yes. Sorry. All right. Here we go. That is cute. So to go with this. Now the patterns don't match, but to me it didn't matter because this was kind of busy, not in a bad way, but I really wanted that to be the showcase, I guess, would you say? So there's that. And then I thought I still have a little yarn left over. So I made these cute little bunny booties. I think that needs to be trimmed right there. Anyway, bunny booties. I should have got my doll and put them on her so you guys could see like this will actually fit a baby. This is actually the length of a baby foot. So Nora has it. Is it Nora? Yes, Nora has it correct. She has it really good measurements for her items. And then she, said these will stretch a little. And babies curl their toes a lot, especially when they're being touched. They kind of curl them. It depends on. So here's a fun thing. There are two little things you could do to a baby's foot, but they have to be newborn, like after, and I forget how many weeks it is. They don't do this much anymore. Like one of the reflexes goes away until a certain other time of life. And I think then it's not a good sign, but at this point in time for babies, it's a good sign. So, the little baby's foot's like this, right? And here's the sole and here's the top of the foot. When you do this like to the sole of their foot, they spread their toes. And when you press down, they curl them, which is so much fun. And when I do examinations on those newborns, I will often let the dad come over if he's standing next to me, show him all the things that I'm looking at with the baby, and I show him that neat little thing, and I tell him this won't always be there. So it's just kind of a fun little thing that happens now. Anyways, so here's one, here's the other, because there are two. So yeah, I need to trim that. So I used the same yarn. I had to break into another one to finish, but that's okay because I had four. Now I'm down to 1.5 or 1 3/4 of a skein. For the pom-pom on that, I used these. I paid 50 cents from the thrift store, pom-poms. And these are ones that could have been purchased at Walmart. As you can see, there is walmart.com. Nice size pom-poms. So there's that. These were, I was looking to see if there was a date. It says there's a copyright at 2023. So at some point in time. So these are 3 years old, somewhere along that line anyway. So hopefully you could still find those there. And then I thought, since I broke into that other skein, I like skein. I say skein naturally, but skein is what I like. Oh, sorry, I was going to get a drink. There's Mickey. And there's Minnie and Mickey. Usually I take them out around Valentine's Day. I have a lot of different, like, well, it's off topic, but I have a lot of glasses, and sometimes they just don't match anything else. This one my mother gave me, and so there are certain times of the year I will use certain ones. There are certain drinks or beverages that I like to have in certain glasses. My poor husband, he puts up with it, but that's okay. That's okay. But I thought today I would use Mickey and Minnie. I think they're cute. So this is what I haven't shown you guys yet. In the video that I last made, I kind of gave you guys a preview, but dun dun dun, it's done. Isn't that cute? Super cute. I love it. This one, this dress, the pattern is, I was looking down, sorry guys, is Crochet for Baby here on YouTube. Oh my goodness. And then I saw some other patterns. I'm just like, Sarah Lee, get this done, because there are some other things you want to make from there. I'm like, yes, okay, you're right. So this one has a different like shell pattern than what this is. And I was almost tempted to then make the exact cardigan to go with this, because she does, sorry, I have a hair. There we go. She has an exact cardigan to go with this. But I think this one here is close enough. It's okay. It's all right. So I'm just going to let it be, let it roll. Anyway, isn't that sweet? And I don't have anybody in particular in mind that's going to receive this. Here's the back of the dress. And then I did have another one of those buttons. There happened to be 3. So it matches exactly with that. This one took a little bit longer than I thought it would. It took longer than this because of I think the shells are a little different. Plus it's a little longer. The next time that I make a video, I will place it on a doll. I do have a baby doll or 2 more that is actual newborn size. And when I did all the measurements on the baby, they're perfect. Head, length, foot, abdomen, everything matches a newborn baby. So I have 2 exact dolls, and they will be my models. But this is what it'll look like together. And then the bonnet. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to put the ruffle on. I don't know. It would be cute either way. Pro ruffle, sans the ruffle. What do you think? Would you do it? Would you put a ruffle on that one? I love it. I absolutely love it. I don't know what I'm going to do with the rest of the yarn. I'm kind of debating on whether making a little toy to go with it, like a little mouse or an elephant, something gray, or a bunny. Since these are bunnies, that would make sense, right? Make like a little bunny to go with it. I have a lot of baby hangers, so I'm probably just going to hang it up in my closet and admire it from time to time, because I think it is so cute, so squishy. Oh, love it. All right, and then to do the pink, so before I end this saga, the little pink on there. Now, I didn't follow at the very end. She stopped, what was it? Was it, no, not Nora, but the lady at Crochet for Baby. By the way, if you are a Spanish speaker, she does have videos in Spanish too, so that's a bonus. she stopped, I think, on that part of the shell, and then it looked really pretty when she did hers. And I didn't because I wasn't thinking that I was going to put that pink on there. And then I decided that I should, per my daughter's request. So that yarn, I had found this yarn in my closet, this Mary Maxim, and it's baby soft, and it is soft, but it's this is pretty old looking. I don't know, and I could be wrong. It might not be old. I'm old. I can't see. I thought there was a date on there, but there's not a date. Anyways, there used to be 50 grams. I don't know if there still is or not. It says sport weight. Made in Canada. So this one just didn't feel, it's 100% acrylic, but it feels soft, but it doesn't feel soft. And compared to what this feels like, I started putting it in and I'm like, this isn't going to work for me. Luckily, I had another partial skein. So Bernat Softy Baby, oh, so soft. It is so soft. Anyways, it looks like they made a baby jacket with theirs. So they have a baby jacket pattern on the inside for an 18-month-old. So cute. I've had this yarn for a very long time. The color of this one is pink. It's a lightweight, and I'm going to see, it's 100% acrylic. So I guess it just depends on who's making it and how they make it. This one feels more like a craft yarn, and this one feels so soft. So I don't know if Mary Maxim still makes these, has the same one, or if they even changed theirs, but much more softer. Is that even correct phrase? There's no one here to correct me, so it's okay. Than this one. So I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with this one. Like, I feel it and it doesn't feel bad, but it's not snuggly like this. So I don't know. I might either use it as a project, but I can't imagine a little kid going, yeah, can I play with that toy by feeling it? Might make nice little booties that socks are worn in on top of it. I'm not quite sure. If you guys have an idea of what to do with some yarn that's not quite so soft, it's acrylic, I might even make a little purse out of it for my cousin. Might make that or something, I don't know. So if you have an idea, please drop it in the comments below. All right, and then the ribbon that I used, I don't even know where this came from, but because there's no label on it. Anyway, it was made in China, but there's a lot of this ribbon. I think someone gave it to me. Pretty sure it was given to me. And so I used a little portion of that ribbon to go in there. So, and I might sew it down, I might not. It just kind of depends. Because if whoever places it on a child doesn't want to have it maybe as tight, and it might not be tight. I don't think it will be. I don't think it's going to cause a problem, but I don't know. If I leave it on, then it won't get messed up in the wash. If I don't leave it on, someone needs to be aware that this might get lost. Hopefully they hand wash this, but they can probably wash it. I did use, I'm going to try to show you guys because you see that? I used something fray, stop fray, something like that. It's a glue. I would dig it out for you, but I might get lost in the abyss. So I'll have to show it to you guys next time. But I used it on there. I'm going to cut that little part off. But I used the glue on there, and you can't even see it. But this way I didn't have to either sew it, because I did sew it down, and then I didn't like it. It didn't look very nice. I know you can always use a lighter and burn it a little bit, but then sometimes I get out of control and I leave burn mark looking. So is it called fray stop? Something like that. Anyways, I just used a little bit. I can feel it barely, but I know that it's Nice. Anyhow, okay, enough of that. So one last look. Next time, like I said, I will put it on a baby doll, a little dolly. Wait. Here. All three of them together. Maybe YouTube will pick that up as the picture because I would rather these be the picture than me. So anyway, there's that. All right, so I did go shopping at the thrift store. The thrift store, local thrift store that I love to shop at, is open Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And there is a large crowd that stands out there when the doors open Thursday morning because all the good stuff is going to go right. I have been there Thursday mornings, but honestly, it's not that I'm not a people person. I just figure if these people need to get in there and get out, or they need to buy all the things, let them, because I don't need to spend all my money that way. So sometimes I get the things that are picked over, which is completely fine for me. I've had even people look at the stuff that's in my basket. Like last week, here's another story. Last week, this woman was shopping, and I've seen her there time to time, and she's looking in my basket and she's like, oh, that is such a cute little kit. Oh, where'd you find that? Are there more? And I was like, you know what? I don't think so. I think this is the only one that I've seen anyway. Sorry. And so then she's looking at it. I was like, oh, so cute. And then she looked through the little bin that I was looking in, and she's just like, oh man, it's too bad there's no more. And so then when she wasn't looking, I stuck it in her basket. And she had been looking, like she actually held it and was looking at it. And so she thought that she'd put it back in her basket. So she turned around. She's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to put it in my basket. And I said, no, I put it in your basket. You can take it. And it was cute. And I think it was like 50 cents. It was not a big deal. And it was super cute. It was a cross stitch bookmarker. Oh, it was adorable. It looked like a teapot. And then this, like the string of it for the tea, the little tea bag was sticking out or something like that. It was cute. It was really cute. But you know what? Sometimes you just have to let others have the joy of what they find. And trust me, I have enough. And besides, I have patterns. So if I wanted to make something similar to that, I can. I have plenty of fabric and things. So let her enjoy. All right. I did pick up a few things from the thrift store, and I'm going to have to reach over and grab them. I'm making a path because I put those baby items here. Goodness gracious. All right, I only picked up a few things, okay? So few things, not a lot. So I did get 2 patterns, old time favorites. This one's a doily. I thought that was pretty, very pretty. They had a lot of these patterns, but I limited myself to my very favorites. So there's this one. Really pretty. I like how the flower looks 3D here, all the way around. I keep telling myself I'm going to make one of these for my mother, and I don't. I haven't yet. And then this is the other one, old time favorites again. That's what they have it, but it's oh wait, this one's Baker's Dozen Bouquet. So maybe there's 13 flowers on there. Let's see. I'm going to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah. 13 complete flowers in there. So your Baker's Dozen. Right? I'll have to look that up where they came up with that phrase. And then this one here is called Picture Pretty. I have not seen one similar to this with this shape. So I thought I'd pick that up. Look at that. Oh man, it's like a Noah's Ark here. 2 and 2 and 2. I picked up 2 of these. There were several, and there was a woman who had gotten into the store before me, and she had a couple of these. So I went over directly to the crafting area to see if there were more, and I was lucky to find 2. She had, I think, 3 or 4. So that was nice that she left me 2. See, just be nice and leave others. So I paid $1 for each. And And I also picked up some knitting needles with cables. Oh, I didn't even realize that. This is nice. Okay. 75 cents. I didn't even realize that there were two on here. Two different. I was hoping to find the rest of the collection to that kit that I got. I think there was a woman there with me that day, and I think she actually had the two that belonged to the kit in her hands. That's another story, but that's okay. It wasn't her fault. It was kind of mine. But anyway, so I got these 75 cents, and then I paid $1 for this one. So I need to start knitting. The last thing I got is a tribute to Alana at Crocheting with Alana. So Alana, if you're watching, thank you. Tongue in cheek, thank you. I had to get this. I almost didn't. And then I'm just like, oh no, you're too cute. You gotta come home with me. Yeah, and I want to make an outfit or two for her. So I did pick up a dolly. I paid $2 for her. She's cute. She's got the little sleepy eyes. I like it when dolls have that. But look at her face, how pretty she is. She is adorable. She comes with her own little outfit. And I was looking to see if I could take it off, and it'll come off, no problem. Whoever made the doll, the toy company, really thought about the child that it would go to. I don't know, it wasn't this almost 55-year-old. But what a smart idea. They attached a ribbon, or somebody did, either the parent of this child or, nope. Looks like the same ribbon. Looks like they're using the same ribbon here and here. So the pacifier is on there with a ribbon. And see how they stitched on? That's how I was going to stitch the ending of my ribbon, but I didn't like the way it looked on that dress. It's fine on this. But what a good idea. So that way the little child doesn't lose the baby's bonnet, hat, cap, whatever you want to call it. She's cute. Oh my gosh, she is so cute. So I had to bring her home. I need to name her. My little feet. I have, I think, 3 baby dolls now that are black. And I have some that are Asian, Hispanic, and white. Yeah, they're all cute. Anyways, okay, you guys. I gotta go. I've got things I gotta do. I've got coffee to drink, water to drink, crocheting to do, and then I decided to sign up for 2 classes online, and I need to do them because I want to. Gonna do some gardening today because it's beautiful outside, it's sunny. I have another cat that has a wound, so something is out in the fields attacking my cats. So we're going to try to figure out what that is. These cats are actually stray cats that have adopted me, and I've adopted them right back. So now I'm taking care of these cats. I have for years. It's fine if you got a cat and you can no longer take care of it. If it gets along with my cats, just drop it off in my yard. Just don't tell my husband that I said that. All right, you guys. I hope you have a blessed day. I am grateful for all the wonderful things that come across in my life. Oh, I can't name anything in particular right now. Maybe her. Maybe her. If you guys have a name you think that she should have. Actually, I just thought about it. I have more babies that are black than my daughters, though. Anyhow, it doesn't matter. I just think she's so cute. So if you have a cute name idea for her, maybe Vivian. I like Vivian. I like the old names. All right, you guys, I've taken up enough of your time. So go out and have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.